Hello, happy Wednesday, April Fool's Day. I don't know about you guys, but I racked my brain trying to think of something to come up with to fool my son with, but I didn't come up with anything good. but it was a beautiful day here in Houston, and actually had a chance to throw all the windows open and air the house out. So it has been nice being able to be home and enjoy the nice weather. So I hope wherever you are, you're also having nice weather as well. But I am going to get down to my meal planning for next week. And I am happy to report I didn't do a follow-up video, but if you saw last week's post, I did find everything I needed at the grocery store last week, which was awesome, including carrots, which I couldn't find for 2 weeks. So that made me happy, being able to find carrots. So if there's one thing that this time of social distancing and all the stuff that's going on right now is taught us or is helping us with is appreciation. So I know that whenever I go to the store and I see something that I haven't been able to get the week before, I appreciate it so much more. So hopefully, even though this is some crazy times that we're going through right now, hopefully you're able to find some of the positives and silver linings in there as well. But trying to keep myself on track and my family on track, because I will admit the first couple of weeks or the first week of, I guess, the stay-at-home order, the self-quarantine, we ate kind of out of control. We did a lot of eating out to support restaurants, and I didn't make the healthiest choices, and we ate some junk food. So I'm trying now to kind of get back on track, and this week we've been able to get back on track, and I can see that and I can feel the difference too. It's not just that I don't want to gain weight or anything like that, it's that I don't feel good whenever I eat all that kind of junk. So trying to plan my meals for next week so that we can stay on track and feel our best. So we will get right down to it, and I'm going to share with you my screen so that you can see what we are planning. So I went to the website and pulled up last week's menu so that I could go ahead and put the dates in. Again, I always like to put the dates on my menu so I know if there's any events, but we all know there's no events right now, so we don't have to worry about that. But it will, let's see, this week's menu will start on the 5th. Where did it go? Okay, so I'll go ahead and put that in. Now I can make that smaller so we don't have to look at all the background stuff. Okay, and I'll move it over so you can see. My desktop is messy right now. All right, so Sunday is going to be the 5th. Monday is the 6th. 7th, and this is where I would normally write things like football practice, soccer games, things like that. So I know that I might need to plan something different, something easy to cook, but we're at home, so no big deal. But we are still eating out. You'll see, like on Friday and Saturday I have out because I usually cook Sunday through Wednesday. Thursday we have leftovers, and then Friday and Saturday we eat out. And since restaurants are still doing takeout and delivery, we are still supporting our local restaurants and eating those meals there as well. Okay, to go through and give you a quick view of what we've eaten so far, the schedule, I know we're all off on schedules right now, so the schedule kind of got off for me, and I had bought a rotisserie chicken. I went shopping on Friday. I bought a rotisserie chicken to make this quinoa tabbouleh bowl, and it turned out really good. But then I realized, like, oh, that chicken that I bought, like, we need to eat it by it needs to be gone by Tuesday. So I went ahead and made that, and we actually had it for dinner one night and then lunch the next day. So I didn't end up having it as snacks, but it was really good, and it would be really good for meal prep. So I think I might leave it on the menu for this week as that, and I will just put it earlier in the week instead of alternating so that I can still get my rotisserie chicken and cut it up and put it in there, and then I don't have to worry about the chicken going bad by the end of the week. So we'll leave that there. The Instant Pot meatloaf and carrots, I ended up making that the other night. All the days are off, but I did end up making that as well, and it was very good. And it's nice because you just put everything into the Instant Pot. The only thing that probably takes the longest amount of time is peeling and cutting the potatoes up. After that, you just seal it up into your thing. Tonight we had the rosemary chicken and potatoes with green beans. So simple to make. And I'm going to look for more recipes like this because now that the weather's so nice, it's nice just to be able to kind of go outside, enjoy the nice weather before it gets too hot. So I want to be able to have a meal that I can just kind of throw in the oven and it can cook while I can go relax outside. And we had tacos early. Oh, I know. We ended up having the tacos. Do we have them? Oh, we had the tacos on Sunday. See, I planned the meals. We still eat all the meals, but you can mix them up. You don't have to go, oh no, it's Sunday and we have to have meatloaf. You can mix them up any way you want. So I had the tacos on Sunday because we actually did go to our Lowe's and we practiced social distancing and sanitized our hands really good when we got to the car. But I bought the things for my garden. So I'm going to be planting my garden this weekend. I cleaned out the garden last Sunday. So by the time I got done with that, I was like, I don't know that I really have time to prepare everything. I thought about preparing everything and putting it in the Instant Pot before I went outside, but I didn't do that. So it's like, okay, what's the quickest meal on here? And I went with tacos. That's why everything got moved down a couple days. And then tomorrow night, I plan on making the Cajun shrimp and sausage vegetable sheet pan, which means we probably won't have to eat out on Friday because we'll probably still have some leftovers. So we'll see how that all shakes out. All right, so going through, meal one is my breakfast, and it's Shakeology. I have it every day, so I just choose the meal one, and then copy and paste it for every day. And then meal two, I didn't really eat that well, so I'm gonna change this one out. It's really good and it's delicious, but I didn't do a good job eating it, so let's swap that out for something else. And so I'm using my if you go to What's Working Here, you can find my meal planning cards with the color combo meal planning cards. And so that's what I'm digging through right now. And I'm going to look for some different ones than I did last week. Apple banana muffins. I think I will probably do... Why is that in there twice? Where is it? Is it at the back? Come apart. Yep. I'm going to do the peach spinach salad with cashews. So what these cards do is it has the color containers across the top. So it's got green, purple, blue to tell me this is what the containers would be. And then it tells me what the meal is. And then on the back, it tells me what I need to make that meal. So when I sit down to make my grocery list, I like to plan my meals on Wednesday. On Thursday, I'll write out the grocery list. And then on Friday, I'll grocery shop. So instead of taking one process that can be kind of overwhelming, I break it down into little steps. So step one, I'm going to plan everything. Step two, I'll write the grocery list. And then step three, I'll actually go to the grocery store. So we'll swap this out. And this will be the peach, spinach, I spelled that right, spinach salad with cashews. And so then I'm going to take that and I'm going to alternate that. So that will be Sunday and then Tuesday. And then again on Thursday and Saturday. So instead of having to pick, what meal is that? Meal two. Instead of having to pick 7 different meal twos, I'm just choosing 2 and then I just alternate them so that I'm getting a variety of different foods in and then also not getting bored with it. And then, okay. And then I'll leave this with the sandwich and fruit here as meal 3. Sometimes that ends up being kind of a leftover meal, whatever we had on Saturday. It'll usually end up being a leftover meal. I am going to leave the quinoa tabbouleh bowl because that was yummy and easy to make, but instead of alternating it, I'm going to make it the first 3 days. So I'm going to take that, and that is going to actually be what I like to call my second breakfast. I'm going to put that here, and I'll put it on Tuesday. Okay, there you go. So instead of alternating that one, because it has the chicken that I'm going to probably buy on Friday, and I want to use it up by Tuesday so it doesn't go bad. So we'll put it like that. Okay, and then my husband, okay, do I want to do that here on Sunday? So usually before I start to sit down and do my meal planning, I will ask my family, what do you guys want to eat this week? And do you know what they normally tell me? Food. Great, yes, very helpful, very helpful. But after a while, they'll start throwing out some ideas and kind of playing off each other, so that's helpful. Another good way to kind of get ideas for when you sit down to meal plan is to keep track of some things during the week. So like I had pulled this card last week and I didn't end up using it, but I set it aside so that I would know, hey, I want to try this week. So that's one meal I already have. Definitely keep a list of meal ideas. So if you have, like I have these cards so that you have all the meal ideas with the container counts there. You can do it on Pinterest. Sometimes I find Pinterest kind of overwhelming though. One of the things that I do, and you probably wouldn't do this, but it's a good way to save your recipes and to kind of give your memory like a visual jog, is I have, for the blog, I have the a file folder called menu pics. So when I'm trying to pull pictures over to make the graphic, you can look and see. And I kind of go down, and sometimes when I'm going through here, I'll be like, oh yeah, I like those banana apple muffins, that was really good. Or, oh yeah, that breakfast sandwich, that was easy to make. So sometimes just being able to scroll through and kind of see what you have is a good way. So you could store it on your computer and just pictures if you're more visual, and you go, oh yeah, that looks good, we'll have that again. Or you can write it down on cards or have a file in a piece of paper, however you want to do that. But it makes your meal planning a lot easier if you have something to go back to. So my husband did say that since we had all the windows open today, we smelled that someone was grilling, one of our neighbors, and it smelled really good. He's like, hey, I could do some grilling. So he said that he would do some grilling, and of course he offered to grill any piece of meat I want him to grill, which that's great, but not very helpful. You're not helping me narrow it down. But I did remember earlier when I was in the kitchen, in the pantry, I saw that we had some jerk seasoning. And he was like, oh yeah, I really like this. I can't remember, I used it for some recipe and it was really good. So then it made me remember that there is a cooking light, and I'm going to look it up and I'll link for you, jerk chicken recipe that gets cooked out on the grill. So I figured that would be great. We'll do jerk chicken, and probably with brown rice. And I was trying to think of a vegetable. I think I put zucchini with it. Did I spell zucchini right? No. Okay, but we will use that one. And I'll link to the recipes. And again, Pinterest, I have a board called What's Working Here Weekly Menu Recipes. So you can go there and find all the ones as well. So that will be on Sunday. And again, like I said, really when you're planning out the menu, yes, when you have things going on, you kind of do want to plan around your activities. But if you don't have any activities going on, you're just kind of planning to make sure that you have enough food, enough meals for the week, so that it's not 5 o'clock and you're not going, oh no, what are we going to have to eat? We don't have anything. The store shelves are bare. Like, plan now so you kind of know ahead of time. And then you can move your meals around as necessary. All right, so that is going to go for lunch. All right, so then on Monday, I've got my Shakeology, half a banana afterwards, my tabbouleh bowl, and then the leftovers. Okay, and then now that they have carrots again, I'm going to do carrots and hummus with grapes for my meal 2. And then I'll alternate that, so that'll be on Monday. On Wednesday, the caprese salad was really good too. I could go for that again. And Friday. Okay, so now I need a meal 3. All right, so we already did chicken. So one other thing this week, I'm really trying to kind of follow the Eat What You've Got challenge guidelines, and any food that we have, I'm making sure that we either eat it or we freeze it. So I'm trying not to let anything go to waste. So last week I made crock-pot chicken tacos, and we had a lot of shredded chicken left over, so I'm going to make some enchiladas with them. But first, I like to kind of alternate my beef and chicken and seafood, so I'm going to add in, my family did ask for the pressure cooker Mongolian beef, and then I serve that with brown rice and mixed vegetables. So let's put that there. Pressure cooker Mongolian beef with brown rice and mixed veggies. Okay. And one thing that I haven't been good about, and I'm going to try to be better about it this time around, especially when I'm planning this menu, is those orange containers. So I could add sesame seeds for the orange container. Sometimes I'll just have some sunflower seeds. The orange container is also good for salad dressings. So if you're having salads, then you can have your orange container as your salad dressing, or your salad dressing as your orange container. Okay. All right, so now we finished Monday. Tuesday, I've got my shake for breakfast, banana, last day of the tabbouleh bowl, leftovers for lunch, and I already planned out my my meal 2. So here I'll do my chicken enchiladas. I'm going to have to look at container counts for that, because I think you just end up, because the red will be the chicken enchilada, will be the chicken inside the enchilada, and then there'll be a little bit of blue, so I'll have to save some blue from the other meal. I'll get the container counts and make sure I share those. I'll probably have to add some stir-fried peppers. I'll do like a bell pepper and with some grilled bell pepper and onions. That would be a good green side. Okay, and then to that I will make use, I need to go into my freezer and do a freezer inventory, and maybe I'll have that done next week and we can start using that as well, to kind of show you how I'm going to reuse some of the things in my freezer. All right, so the next day, Wednesday, we've got our Shakeology, the ham and spinach omelet, and breakfast potatoes. I think I might do, instead of potatoes, I might do toast. Someone was talking about toast the other day, and so now I want toast. And guess what? You can have toast on Portion Fix, or 21-day fix, or 80-day obsession. So I will have toast, and then I'm going to make these for the rest of the week. So that's going to be Wednesdays, and it's going to be Thursdays, because instead of alternating that meal, we're doing the 3 in a row, so that the chicken doesn't go bad. And here we go. Okay, so we were up here on Wednesday, and we had leftovers for lunch, carrots, hummus, and grapes. Okay, so now I need, okay, so I have done a chicken, a beef, and a chicken, and this is a Wednesday. Oh, see, I don't have one of these. I'm gonna have to save this for next week. Okay. Let's see. We haven't done any seafood yet. It's getting so hot. Ooh, yeah. This is good. I haven't made this in a while. All right, the tilapia piccata with brown rice and a salad. Is that right? I think there's a tilapia that I make that has orzo. I think I'll make that one, because we were already having rice a lot. Okay, tilapia piccata. This is another cooking light recipe that I like a lot. With orzo, and then it has like tomatoes in it. Is that in here? Tilapia with kale. No, I'll have to add it. Okay. That will be good. Copy. And then paste it for Thursday. All right. And then leftovers on Thursday. And now the rest of your meal plan is already done. Since Thursday's leftovers, it's Friday, I usually put like a sandwich. It sometimes ends up being leftovers, or I might grab something while I'm out getting groceries. And Friday is out. Kind of the same thing for Saturday. And done. There we go. All right. Boom. We have planned our meal in like less than 20 minutes. So that's how I do my meal planning. It's really helpful if you go into the week kind of knowing what you're going to eat for your meals. I know right now the grocery stores are kind of unpredictable, but if you go with a plan, then you can make changes while you're there. So if you go there and you see, okay, there's no chicken, what are we going to do? Then you can go, okay, well, I know I can pivot and I can get fish instead, or I can get beef instead and change that meal out. But if you go with no idea at all, then you're having to make all the decisions. And I don't know if you've ever heard the term like decision fatigue. So then it just gets to be too much and you're grabbing chips and you're grabbing junk and you're getting the heck out of there because you can't handle it. But if you go in with a plan and a list of what you need, when the little things come up that you need to make the changes with, it makes it that much easier. So if you need help with your meal plan, I'm happy to help you. This is a Timed Nutrition Meal Plan B. I follow Plan B. Right now I'm doing 21 Day Fix Real Time. I was Plan B for 80 Day Obsession as well. So you can find the menus for that there. For that as well on the website if you want more meal plan ideas. But if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me and I am happy to help you. See you next week.